The fun and excitement continues. I'm Joshua Moten here at the 88th Rice Festival. I'm going to give you guys an in-depth look at some of the fun and yummy treats y'all can enjoy. Stick around.
Medicare's annual enrollment period just started, and this year it's possible that your coverage is going to look different. I'm Katie Navarro, your Iberia Parish reporter, telling you what to look out for.
It was shocking, but I knew they all loved her, and she was like a big part of this program.
The Lafayette Renaissance Tigers will go head-to-head with the Welsh Greyhounds in what's sure to be an exciting game. I'm Christina Mondragon, your Lafayette Parish reporter here at LRCA, where I'm speaking to the team about what it truly means to huddle together despite tragedy.
Good evening, I'm Jasmine Thibodeau. Thanks for watching Acadiana's news channel at 6. Well, burn bans are in effect for parts of Acadiana. We'll tell you what areas are affected in just a moment. But first, we begin in Iberia Parish, where some neighbors may see changes to their health insurance as open enrollment gets underway. Our parish reporter, Katie Navarro, has what you need to know and what you should watch out for.
October 15th marked the start of Medicare's annual enrollment period, and if you've got a plan, you're going to want to check and see what that'll entail before you renew. I'm Katie Navarro, your Iberia Parish reporter, showing you how your coverage could change in 2026. The Medicare open enrollment period started this week, giving seniors a chance to review their coverage before plans change next year.
There's going to be some changes with the drug plans especially. There's going to be more of deductibles, and there's going to be co-pays for people who have low-income subsidy.
Teresa with Spec Insurance Group told me that some Medicare Advantage plans will be discontinued in 2026, while new options take their place.
You want to check with your agent, please, to make sure that you have the right plan for you that fits you. You want to make sure that your doctors are there. You want to make sure that your medicine and what tiers they're in, because it's going to make a big difference on deductibles this year.
She says agents started learning about these changes just 6 weeks ago, and that it's important for new enrollees to take time to review their options now.
October the 15th through December the 7th, that's when you can make that one change.
She also warns residents to be careful with who they share their information with, saying to avoid unsolicited calls and instead contact a local licensed agent. At the end of the day, the best course of action is going to be to talk to a professional. Reach out and make sure that you can get what you need out of your care. And in New Iberia, I'm Katie Navarro, your Iberia Parish reporter with KATC TV3.
All right, now I'm sure you guys might already be able to hear, but there's a lot of excitement going on, and I didn't lie to you guys. I told you guys 30 minutes ago things were going to start to kick off, and that is the case. And as I told you, this right here doesn't even really begin to do things justice. I'm out here at the 88th Rice Festival, and this wasn't on my bingo card today, but to give you guys an idea of all the fun and all the excitement, there's a term in television called VO, meaning video for your voiceover. And to give you a real look at what a day in my life looks like, I'm going to step behind the camera, get some VO to show you guys. Look, one of the stages already, the excitement is kicking off. And get this, not one stage, but two. Let's move on over to here. Come on, baby. If we zoom in a little bit, you can see there's a stage happening there. We've got food, we got vendors, we got the whole works, and it's just a fun time. So, if you're looking for a good thing to do out here in Crowley, come out, have a good time, come out to the Rice Festival, man. I've only been out here for a little bit, grabbing some interviews in between, but I think I'm gonna have to stay a little bit longer to get some of this food because it's smelling a little bit too good. I wish we had some smell-o-vision. But the great thing is the excitement continues well into the weekend. So be sure to catch it, and remember, it's gonna be a safe time. Talked about safety, and all those details are available on our website at KATC.com. In Crowley, I'm Joshua Moten with KATC TV3.
A heads up for neighbors in Acadia Parish, all library branches will be closed tomorrow and Friday for the Rice Festival. Now let's take a quick break from neighborhood news and check in with Acadiana's weather experts for a look at the forecast.
Well, still warm across the area. If you're heading on out this evening for any activity or festivity and getting ready for that Rice Festival, weather is great. 83 degrees right now, coming off the high of 88 degrees. And tonight we're going to be milder, courtesy of our winds beginning to turn more easterly and then southeasterly overnight tonight. And some clouds will be rolling on through as well. So we'll go with about mid-60s for your morning start in Lafayette. A little bit cooler outlying areas, but tonight certainly milder than the last several nights and mornings. And then for tomorrow, mostly sunny skies once again, temperatures topping out near 87 or 88 degrees. We do have a front on the way for this weekend, could create the environment for some scattered showers and a few storms Saturday. We'll have details on that in the main weathercast. Near term, you see temperatures leveling off in the mid 60s near the dew points as well. So there's probably going to be a little patchy fog by daybreak in spots. Then tomorrow, another warm one, mostly sunny skies to finish our Friday. Front on the way this weekend, creating the environment for a few showers and storms, maybe even severe weather in the state. We'll talk more about that and a look at the tropics coming up in a few short minutes.
I'm here at Lafayette Renaissance, where the Tigers will battle the Welsh Greyhounds in a district matchup on Friday. I'm Christina Mondragon, your Lafayette Parish reporter, and I'll be covering how the team has been huddling together after losing one of their own.
It was shocking, but I knew they all loved her.
Earlier this year, tragedy struck the LRCA campus.
She was a girl who was really well known around campus. She was so involved in a lot of activities, a lot of groups. You know, she was always smiling, always happy. She kind of just brightened up the room.
Alea Christian was 17 years old when she was killed during a Mardi Gras celebration in Mamou. The team honors her memory with these shirts.
We only had two girls that kind of volunteered as athletic trainers, with Alea being one of them.
Her presence on the field missed.
This was just our way of kind of celebrating her and keeping her close to us. And on the shirt, it has forever Leeway with 25, you know, just a number that meant a lot to her.
Her younger brother, always keeping her in his thoughts, especially before games.
It would really just be a lot on my mind, thinking about how she would like impact us if she was here. Try to talk some sense in our mind, telling us to keep being focused, we got this.
Alea's duties as a big sister, even on the sidelines, never stopped. What do you think she would tell you before tomorrow night's game?
Focus. She would make sure I would eat, stay hydrated, and she would like stretch me because I get some cramps a couple times.
So you're looking out for you, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
For the team, wearing these shirts is a symbol of remembering their trainer, friend, and family.
They showed us how to like love one another and take time with each other, and like from the shirts, that like gave it more of like how much they showed, how much they loved us and cared about us, and it just wasn't about football. It was about us in general and making us better.
The team here at LRCA truly supporting each other. To see that game between the Tigers and the Greyhounds, be sure to tune in to our Friday Night Live show on Friday at 6 and 10. I'm Christina Mondragon, your Lafayette Parish reporter for KATC TV3.
Well, it was another warm one today with temperatures topping out in the mid-80s. More of the same tomorrow, but changes for this weekend. More on that and a look at the tropics. New developments there coming up in just about 2 minutes.
Closed.
Welcome back. Well, another beauty across Acadiana. Nice cool start. Warm finish up to 88 degrees. We got more coming tomorrow. In fact, though, tonight's going to be milder. But check out our tower cam here as the sun sets in the west. So you can see that layer of smoke trapped in the what we call the boundary layer, kind of the lower parts of the atmosphere. We're talking about 3,000 to 4,000 feet or so. And that smoke sticking around throughout the weekend. But we do have a front that's going to kind of change things and bring a nice fresh north breeze as we head into Sunday. So let's take a look at the satellite imagery as we look at the big picture across the U.S. And what we notice different today, a little bit of an upper level low that's moving through Texas, dragging some, we'll call mid-level clouds through Texas. And some of those clouds will be working their way through Acadiana later on tonight. Still clean sweeps on the Doppler radar. We were picking up on a speck or two with those clouds, but not much going on nor much expected through tomorrow. Getting into the tropics, we do have some new developments today. No major major areas of concern. But that tropical wave that we talked about over the last several days coming off the African coastline, well, National Hurricane Center now identifying that and thinking it's going to try to develop as it gets closer to the Caribbean Sea. And that's going to be the middle part of next week. Fairly good looking tropical wave here, and it's going to take a while before it gets organized. Here's the Euro model just to give you an idea. It's just one model run, as we say, one model projection, not an official forecast. But notice as we get toward about this time next week, there could be a low pressure system that develops somewhere in the Caribbean. We don't know where it would go. It could possibly go back toward, say, Cuba with time. Usually what develops in the Caribbean stays in the Caribbean. So no concerns for us at this point, especially with regular fronts. But no front now for tomorrow. Temperatures once again in the upper 80s, but we do have changes as we head into Saturday as the atmosphere begins to moisten up. Could see a few spotty showers early Saturday, but best rain chances in the afternoon. And I'm going a little bit higher on the coverage than the models are indicating. Rather go high on the rain chances and miss it than go too low on the rain chances. So 30-40% for your Saturday afternoon. Maybe a strong storm or two. Could see one isolated supercell storm that could produce strong winds. So we'll be on the lookout for that. Better chance of severe weather off to the north and into Mississippi. Here comes the front. So rain chances possibly into Saturday night, but the model not showing a whole lot here. The Euro was showing more, so we're going to go with a little bit higher rain chances. Then by Sunday afternoon, breezy north winds gusting to 25 and feeling really good come Monday morning. Low to mid 50s for Monday morning, but one morning only. Then there's a severe weather threat. It's more substantial off to our north, but Acadiana hatched in for a low and marginal risk, a level 1 out of 5 for Saturday, perhaps into Saturday night. And we'd be on the lookout for a storm that could produce damaging winds, but this does not look like a widespread severe weather event. Drought continues to worsen across the areas. We get an update on the drought situation. Moderate drought now covering much of Acadiana and expanding. Last week, 16% of the state was in a moderate drought. Now 21% of the state in a moderate drought. So things worsening there, and don't expect a whole lot of rain with this weather system coming in this weekend. We'll say a quarter, maybe a tenth of an inch of rain or less, maybe just enough to settle the dust for one day. And then by Sunday afternoon, things will be drying out and it'll be dusty once again as we head into next week. So I'm going high on the rain chance, especially for Saturday night, late Saturday night, pre-dawn Sunday, but we're not going to see a lot of rain. And then going into next week, at least temperatures getting more representative of mid to late October versus the upper 80s we've seen. That's it for weather for now. We'll have an update coming up later in the show.
And we've got a non-district matchup here in Week 7 for Thursday night football between Northside and Breaux Bridge. I'm Jamarcus Fitzpatrick with a preview coming up. Welcome into Week 7 of the high school football season. I'm here live at Breaux Bridge High School as the Tigers are set to take on the Northside Vikings. And for Breaux Bridge, they are aiming for their second win of the season. Meanwhile, Northside is trying to bounce back after they lost to STM last week. Now, outside of the 2 losses that Northside has on the season, they have 4 wins on the year as well, including a shootout victory over Rain in Week 5. That win saw the Vikings come back from a 22-7 deficit in the first quarter and keep pace to get their second district win of the year, which ties for their same amount that they had last season. Meanwhile, it's been a tough year for Breaux Bridge. The Tigers have been shut out in 3 of their 5 losses and have only scored 42 points all season. For the Vikings to win, it's going to be about starting fast, while the Tigers simply need to find the end zone to fight in this ball game. And we're going to have the highlights from this game tonight at our 10 o'clock show, and that will lead us to Friday Night Live tomorrow at 6 p.m. as we will be at Lafayette Renaissance, so be sure to tune in. So like I mentioned, we'll have a recap from this game coming up in our 10 p.m. show, and then we'll also have some Iberia Parish matchups for you to look into as well, including the matchup between Westgate and Rain. But for now, live here in Breaux Bridge, I'm Jamarcus Fitzpatrick for KATC Sports.
One of the things that I'm most proud of is, Forbes. About a year ago, they called and they wanted to do an interview on me.
He's got big ideas and an even bigger story to match. I'm Joshua Moten in Scott, digging into the story of an entrepreneur who's learned how to stand out in more ways than one.
I'm Kayla Quintero, your Lafayette Parish reporter, and we are just about an hour away from the start of one of UL's loudest annual traditions, the Yell Like Hell Pep Rally. I'm here live giving you a preview of what to expect. The Ragin' Cajun spirit is already being built up here at the University of Louisiana at Lafayette ahead of one of homecoming's loudest annual traditions, the Yell Like Hell Pep Rally. So like I said, in just about an hour, the Blackham Coliseum will be packed with students, alumni, and fans, all here to cheer, chant, and show off their Cajun pride. It's one of the loudest events of the week and a big way the university gets everyone pumped up for Saturday's homecoming game against Southern Miss. Yell Like Hell is part of a full lineup of homecoming traditions organized by the University Program Center Traditions Board, from window decorating to talent shows, all meant to celebrate what it means to be a Ragin' Cajun and welcome alumni back home. And while the pep rally doesn't start until 7 p.m., you can already feel that excitement building up here in the heart of Cajun country. Reporting in Lafayette, I'm Kayla Quintero with KATC TV3.
I got a tip about Jerry J. Bob, a guy with big ideas and an even bigger story to match at a business called Super Taters. Now, as soon as I got there, I quickly discovered that he is the business. I mean, I saw this guy behind the counter, in front of the counter, interacting with people and just moving through the building with a certain air of confidence that made me set up my camera and ask him, "What's your story?"
I can imagine if you go to a lot of places, you'll see the founder's face on the wall, but to see him or her behind the counter, that probably won't happen.
But it happens here at Super Taters in Scott, where founder Jerry is more than the face of the brand.
I've been referred to as a visionary, and I believe I am, but I try to study my environment, and that allows me to be able to sort of be a better businessman, you know, to better serve customers, better serve, you know, my environment.
That mindset, he says, started long before his business.
My grandmother, Naomi, and her and my mom, they made sure that I was an independent fella. And of course, you know, we're in a different age now, but at the time, it was important for them to teach me how to be an independent guy.
He carried that independence to the restaurant industry, working job after job, pitching new ideas, but getting shut down every time.
Even though years ago, being told no might have felt like, oh, being told no. But what you realize that you weren't supposed to be there anyways.
That realization sparked Super Taters, a place he calls his greatest work yet.
This is not only a restaurant, this is actually a testament to my 11 years of work.
A testament that's caught attention far beyond Scott.
One of the things that I'm most proud of is, you know, Forbes. About a year ago, they called and they wanted to do an interview on me.
His wall of memories tells his story, one photo at a time.
Man, this is beautiful. Well, as I said, I wanted to be a museum. Now, it didn't start out this way, honestly, but I like to capture memories.
And while the pandemic forced the business to change from a dine-in to a hybrid model, it also brought him closer to the people he loves and serves.
It also allows me, believe it or not, to touch every single person that walks through my doors.
I want to tell stories in your parish. That's why my contact information is up on the screen. Be sure to scan that QR code to see more people sharing their stories. Reporting in Scott, I'm Joshua Moten with KATC TV3.
Don't go anywhere. We'll take a last look at that 10-day forecast coming up right after the break.
Thanks.
Welcome back. In Acadia Parish, Growers on the Go is now making fresh food available for seniors. The event takes place Monday, October 20th at the Southside Center from 7:30 to 10 a.m. Details are on your screen now. Neighbors can also pre-order seasonal farm fresh subscription bags and choose a convenient pickup location.
So what we're doing is, since the community is going to be out here and about, and either maybe you're walking a few blocks, it's hard for you to get out all the time. Instead of trying to find another day, we're just going to show up and hang out with them for the day and feed everybody together. You know, just try to meet those needs of our community.
The Acadiana Growers Alliance is a nonprofit focused on supporting family farms and bringing fresh local food to communities across the region.
Last look at that 10-day forecast. Another warm one tomorrow with a milder start in the mid-60s. Maybe a little patchy fog as we start the day with some clouds. Otherwise, mostly sunny. Scattered showers, maybe a thunder shower as we head into Saturday. Maybe better rain chances Saturday night, but models not too high on those rain chances nor rain amounts. Drying out for Sunday and looking good as we head into next week. That's it for Acadiana's News Channel at 6. Thanks for joining us. Hope to see you again tonight at 10.